Big Games is officially over, and I'm being dead serious this time. Not sure if you guys remember, but last time we spoke about Big Games was barely even a week ago. Anyway, that was basically about him stepping down from Big Games. We didn't really have a reason, and it also went super viral, but Big Games just released a response yesterday or the other day, I think, and let me just say, it will shock you what he said and has done. But before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe with notifications on to help me reach 100,000 subscribers, and join the Discord as well while you're at it. Right, so if you don't know who Preston is, he is a Roblox developer who has been on the platform for quite a while now. He also founded Big Games, known for the Pet Simulator series of games, and you know, Preston was once a very beloved and respected Roblox developer, but after his greed took over him, he started implementing very aggressive pay-to-win features throughout his games, ultimately killing the game series. If you're unsure why Big Games is so hated, let me just explain a couple of reasons why people might dislike Big Games. Well, firstly, their Pet Simulator series was riddled with pay-to-win features and a lot of microtransactions. He also would ignore his community and their feedback on the game, instead just pocketing the money and staying quiet. He would even get into big controversy after he was accused of running a child gambling scheme through his games. This, on top of the way he presented himself, Preston just came off as a really egotistical if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, if you're still curious to why he is so hated, just search up Big Games Hated on YouTube and I'm sure you will find endless videos on the topic. But yeah, this takes us to the 29th of July 2025 when the Roblox RTC would tweet out saying Preston has left Big Games. Further context, while it is true that groups are still owned by Preston, his Roblox account and Twitter bio have stated he's no longer working at Big Games and that he'll be pursuing other things. So yeah, that was basically the last we heard of Big Games and Preston. Since then, some things happened, like the owner of Blox Fruits trolling everybody saying that he was the new owner of Big Games. Preston had changed his bio on Roblox, but still no official statement from him. And yeah, everybody pretty much came to the conclusion that Big Games had sold its studio to somebody new, and this was a pretty fair prediction. His games were dying, and that's just the truth. Preston loves money, and so it was pretty fair to predict that he would have sold the studio to make just a bit more money before departing from Roblox. But yeah, bots have been flooding his game, that on top of the fact that his games were dying anyway, I'm guessing due to the crazy blow up of games like Grow a Garden or Steal a Brain Rot. Anyway, point is, Pet Simulator and his other games were on the brink of death. I mean, the only players that were in the games were bots anyway, there to farm items and sell them on eBay, which I'm going to assume would be the reason for Preston leaving Big Games. And yeah, the main theory was that we would have a new CEO, but after what I've seen today, I really don't think that would be the case. Okay guys, so we're on Preston's Twitter right here, and as you can see, he hasn't put out an official tweet since the start of December 2024, and 8 months later, on August 8th, he tweets this picture of a cat, which, this might not be so important right now, but we'll get into why this is important in a second. But yeah, he tweets this out, pretty ominous if you ask me, but yeah, this one guy says, can we get an official status update on Big Games and Pet Simulator? Which is where Preston says, we moved on. Roblox stopped showing the games to people, too expensive to run. Now that first thing with Roblox stopped showing games to people, that has to be the biggest cap of all time. Roblox absolutely loved the Pet Simulator series and Big Games because it made them a lot of money. I'm pretty sure they tried to like Big Games, right? They tried to make like an NFT game on Roblox, and back then Roblox didn't like that stuff. Like they were banning plenty of other games that were doing it, but they never banned Big Games because I guess they favor Big Games because it makes them money. But yeah, too expensive to run. This guy's a millionaire, so I don't really understand how this guy can't afford to run it, but I'm guessing that means it's just not profitable, which means he isn't making enough money to run the servers and pay his employees, etc. And instead of being a man and trying to fix the problem, he just left like a He also follows up by saying, that said, I haven't been involved in it a long time. It was a mutual decision between everyone. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, still very vague considering he literally just shut down like some of the biggest games on Roblox. And I don't say that because they're popular, because obviously they've been dying for a very long time. But there's a lot of YouTubers who like primarily center their content around Pet Simulator and other big games, obviously. And I don't know. I think this is just a really stupid and short response considering how how many people are going to be affected from Preston leaving big games. But you know, Preston, he gets to keep the money and just leave, like, and we should feel bad for him, right? But yeah, let's check some of the replies to these tweets and see how people are reacting to all of this. Some guy called Blocks Family, who I'm assuming is a pet simulator YouTuber. He says, that's all you're gonna say on it. Put out an official response like an actual company run by responsible adults. You got people here who have spent thousands on your games, and this is the best you could do. You owe it to the community. And yeah, he does, bro. Like there is actually so many different things and different reasons to why he owes it to the community. Like dude, Preston is so fucking greedy, and the fact that he just pretty much just left the community on scene is kind of fucked up. Some guy replied to this tweet saying, not to be annoying, but I understand we spent a lot of money on the game, but no one held our gun to our head to purchase anything. We did it for our enjoyment, our entertainment. That's like me contacting the Angels when I attended a game and they lose, then being mad at Mike Trout that I just spent $600 on a game. I mean, your point kind of stands, but I think the whole thing with Pet Simulator having a very gambling type aspect game, I think that makes it a lot more problematic because people felt like they were sort of forced into paying for the pets and trying to get the rare ones. I know obviously they weren't, but yeah, this guy puts it pretty well. I think Blocks Family has already made an important point. Sure, no one was forced to spend money in Pet Simulator, but people thought it was an investment, and that's true. People genuinely thought this stuff was an investment, and you know, if it was something like Grow a Garden, it would have been. But with the game dying and then Preston just ditching it, kind of just an L in the face of anyone who spent money on Pet Simulator. Some person says, that's understandable. If it's costing you more than you're earning, then the right decision is to move on. It's sad. Just want to thank you for all your hard work. I've met some incredible people through your game and will forever have love for the pet sim community. Which is fair, but I think Preston's definitely done more bad than good over his career on Roblox. Someone says, is that all? You think my parents wasted money on me, question mark? I got 3 Pet Simulator plushies worth over $600 for my birthday gift. Okay, 3 plushies for $600 is insane, but I guess Preston was trying to advertise it as more of an investment, and yeah, now nobody trades with me and I've lost $600. So yeah, I can definitely feel for some of these people in the replies who have lost hundreds, even thousands of dollars from Pet Simulator, especially now that they're shutting down. Some guy says, aren't you interested to just move on and give the company to someone else? A lot of us are still seeing hope for big games. If you don't lead it anymore, you could just give up, sell it, etc. Which is true. We all thought he was going to sell the game because 1, he likes money, and 2, why would he want to just, like, it's so weird that he's just ditching it, like, but I think I have a reason for why he's doing that, and we'll get into that in literally just a second. But yeah, some guy is really mad. He says, are you kidding me? You just shit all over your long-time loyal Pet Sim players, some of whom have invested thousands of dollars into Pet Sim, and all we get is 14 words in a Twitter post. And then you have the nerve to quickly sell cheap plushies with Titanics to squeeze the last penny out of stupid players. Damn, I didn't even hear about that. If he did that, that's kind of fucked up. Absolutely outrageous. Insane. You should really be ashamed of yourself. Holy shit, I am so pissed. So yeah, this guy is really angry. Yeah, if this guy did, as in Preston, if this guy actually quick sold a bunch of plushies just to make a couple extra dollars, that's really low, bro. But yeah, the Blocks family exposed something I think is very interesting by saying moved on to Do Big. And obviously it's the developer page, and it has Sammy the Spider. This guy owns, I believe he owns Steeler Brainrot, BMW Lux, who was one of the developers. Really bad guy, by the way, who was behind Grow a Garden. Do_Small, who obviously owns Do Big. Yeah, I'm not sure who these guys are, but this EA Games account, I want you to really take a look at this guy's avatar. Let me just pull up his Roblox real quick. So yeah, I'm on the account right now, right? And obviously this is the avatar, which is the exact photo that Preston obviously tweeted, as we can see right here. So yeah, basically the story behind this account was this was supposed to be EA Games buying big games, obviously. But now we found out that this is Big Games, and as we can see from this tweet, he's working with Do Big Studios, which means he didn't sell the company to Do Big. He just went and worked for Do Big, which funnily enough, I said in my original video, like 99 Nights in the Forest, that's one of Roblox's biggest games right now. Unboxer Brainrot 10k, Build a Car 36k, Build a Plane 150k. So it looks like he might have been involved in some of these games. And yeah, Budget Gaming is known for Build a Plane. Yeah, as we can see, developers. He's right next to everybody on this Build a Plane game. And yeah, it looks like this account also owns this Gold Rush Games. So yeah, this is Big Games, and it looks like he might unironically be working for Do Big Studios, which I just want to say big shout out to Blocks family for noticing this. But yeah, man, this is really this is just so dog, bro. Preston just ditches Pet Simulator and Big Games, moves on to Do Big Studio. I mean, bro, he's just money hungry. He's just a greedy at the end of the day. What more can I possibly say, bro? I mean, what do I think, right? Well, I think it's for the best. Preston was nothing but greedy and money hungry, and eventually it would catch up to him. This time in the form of Roblox bots that pretty much stopped his games from succeeding and sucked up any possible revenue that big games could have made. And yeah, a lot of the community were very annoyed at this, but on another side of the community, everybody was praising Preston for leaving and literally celebrating the guy's retirement. But at the end of the day, I think we all share one enemy in common, a game studio far more greedy and petty than Big Games ever was, Dobig Studios. But yeah guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this, if you think it's a good decision that he is leaving Big Games, or if you think this is sad because you like the Pet Simulator series or something, I don't know. But as always, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy content like this, please make sure to subscribe with notifications on. To help me reach 100,000 subscribers, join the Discord for daily updates, and if you want to watch something similar to this, click the video on screen now.